Hey there, Rob. Thank you very much for joining us here in beautiful Cabo San Lucas, Mexico.
Absolutely.
So I'll have you introduce yourself, kind of talk about who you are, where you came from, and some of the results that you've had working with Scott and myself.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Rob Slick. I come out of Baltimore, Maryland. Just came to this group with an Instagram ad.
So what were you doing before you started this journey?
I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm still working that 9 to 5 right now in the IT information technology field. Been doing that for 20-some years now.
Cool. So what originally made you start looking for alternative income streams?
Just to be able to, the freedom to be able to work anywhere you want. And, as long as you have a laptop and an internet connection.
Yeah, absolutely. And what did your day-to-day typically look like before joining with Scott and myself?
Just a typical, we're 9 to 5, be to work by 7, work till 3, hit the gym afterwards, home, eat, sleep, repeat type of thing. So yeah.
That's a good regimented routine. It's important to have that in order to be successful in any business. So ultimately, working a 9 to 5, did you ever feel like you had an alternate route or path you wanted to take? What was your deciding factor to choose to start your own business?
Just for the flexibility to be able to be your own boss. I'm comfortable. You get comfortable at a 9 to 5 because I guess there's a feeling of security there, right? But in all reality, nothing's secure. You can get laid off tomorrow. But I think a lot of people just like to be comfortable in a position and not, when you start your own business, you're your own boss, and it's either you make it work or you don't make it work. At least, in a corporate type environment, it's the monotony of the 9 to 5. So I've always wanted to have the ability to be able to have some little bit of freedom to work when I want, and and that way I'm not, buckled down with a punching the time card type of thing, having to go to work every day.
Yeah, and what ultimately led you to choose to get into the e-commerce space and create a business out of that?
Oh, well, I just saw the success that you and Scott, had found in the e-commerce space, and the groundwork you laid out in order to do it. So it really interested me, and I just took the leap of faith, and just wanted to know more. So I joined one of your webinars.
Yeah, awesome. And what were you struggling with before ultimately choosing to work with Scott and myself?
Probably fear. I think most people, if they're brutally honest with themselves, it's fear. The fear of the unknown, fear of maybe losing money, fear of not being successful. It's much easier just to fall back on a 9 to 5 and just show up to work every day, and you're guaranteed that paycheck every 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so for myself, it was fear, the fear of the unknown.
Okay, yeah, and I always like to ask this question: how did you ultimately end up come into contact with me, or to meet me, or get involved with me?
Well, actually, I've been following you on Instagram probably for about 10 years. I'm a fitness guy. Well, I don't, have any fitness programs or anything, but I find motivation from people like yourself and other fitness people. It motivates me to be better myself in that aspect of my life. The gym has been a major part of my life. So that's how I originally came across your account.
My content.
And then saw that you guys got into the e-commerce space, and I've been following you over the years, and I'm like, well, I've been following this guy for 10 years. I don't think he's going anywhere, right? So, you know what? I think I might be able to trust this, trust joining this, this community with Scott and you. And so,
and now we're here in Cabo getting to hang out.
So. Who would ever have thought? You know what I mean? I had no expectations going into this thing because I'm not sure. But this is beyond my expectation to be sitting here with a guy and meeting Scott. And I've been following you for 9 years, and now we're hanging out like brothers. You know what I mean?
Yes. So it's awesome, man.
Yeah. So this is beyond exceeded my expectations.
I think that social media is a very toxic, and you can have a lot of toxicity on social media, but there's also some really cool things. Yeah. And I've been on social media for the past 12, 13, 14 years. And like the connections and what one simple message can lead to that now you're in Mexico hanging out, getting to spend 10 days together. So no, it's super cool, the power of social media if it's used in the right manner.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I say, I mean, you're in charge of your following and who you follow and who you choose to follow. It's just an unfollow if someone brings a negativity. So Scott and you have been nothing but a positive influence to me over the years. So I found comfort in that, knowing that when I joined this community, I'd be in good hands, you know. So here I am.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
In Cabo hanging out.
Yeah. So what was one of the biggest deciding factors in allowing you to choose to start your own business?
Like I said, it's just the the advertisement you had on Instagram with the community and the classwork that you've built is just very enticing to me. And I've never been in e-commerce, didn't really know anything about it, but Amazon's the biggest e-commerce platform in the world. So, I found success. You and Scott had found in this e-commerce community or business, whatever you want to call it. So I just took the leap of faith, and I'm so glad I am. Here I am now, and I'm reaping some of the success.
No, you're a rock star, man. You're killing it. So what were some of your first impressions when we started working together?
Oh, I mean, right away, I felt like I was home, right? It's a feeling of like security. You know what I mean? Knowing that I was within the community, because like I said, you don't really know what to expect. But it's not even like the classwork is. You and Scott did a really good job with building the classwork, but the community too. It's just the whole thing as a whole it's brought so much. I've gained so much knowledge in a short amount of time that I've been in this community that I thought I ever would. 8 months in, so.
Absolutely, man. So did you have any doubts early on when you were getting into it?
I mean, there's always that doubt. Like I said, there's always that fear, but, and you have to face your fears at some point, whether it's anything in your life. And I feel like if you face fears in your own personal life, it bleeds over into your business life, and it bleeds over to any your gym life or whatever. You put your name on it, right? Your tag on it. But I mean, it's once I joined the community, that the only fear was the fear in the beginning, but once you take that leap of faith and you apply yourself and the classwork that Scott and you have put together, I don't see how you can fail.
Yeah, absolutely. And like anything worth having in life, rewards are on the other side of fear.
Sure.
So, man, I like that message. So what was one of the first major skills or shifts in your mindset when you started creating your own business? What was one of the first mindset shifts or things you learned inside the program? Right.
Well, for one thing, it's everybody's in there with the same goal. They all want to find success. Obviously, if you start your own business in your own type of craft, you're typically by yourself starting a business. So you have to learn the craft in order to be good at what you do. You guys pretty much lay everything out. Give you all the tools and everything to find success. So right away, you obviously have to, apply yourself, right, in order for it to work. But everything that you and Scott have laid out in this coursework, I found success early because I watched the videos, I did the classwork, and I followed your program step by step.
Oh, you're killing it, man. We love having you on. You're helping coach up the other people that are in the program. Yep. You've kind of become a pillar in the community, so to speak, of how you can go from the start to crushing it.
Yes.
Oh, man, I love hearing that there, Rob.
Yeah. It's been a ride. It's been a hell of a ride so far.
That's good, man.
8 short months. So it's great.
Yeah, I love hearing that. So was there anything that surprised you the most about the system and how it actually works as opposed to what you thought when you were going to first get started?
Yeah, like I said, I really didn't have any expectations because the only thing I know about Amazon is from the buyer side, right?
Yeah.
I spend more time buying things off of Amazon rather than seeing, with what you guys have taught us.
Like the behind the scenes.
The behind the scene and the software packages and just how I look at Amazon completely different now. I look at it as like a money, it's going to bring me mass success instead of taking me broke from buying, having something shipped on my doorstep every day from Amazon. It's good to be on the other side of it. I'm making money off of it rather than it costing me.
Yeah, or rather than spending too much money on it. Yeah, so, no, that's good. So, what was your overall plan or strategy, and why do you think that working with Scott and I was more beneficial than you working on this on your own?
Because I wouldn't have had nowhere. I wouldn't know. I know nothing about e-commerce for one. That's not my space. Like I said, my space is information technology. I'm comfortable where I am. I know my job. I know it pretty well because I've been doing it for a while. So jumping into a space where you know nothing about it, but finding comfortable, being comfortable in the fact that the group of guys, Scott and yourself, found success, and I put trust in you guys right away because, like I said, I feel like I've had a relationship with you because I'm on the other side of Instagram watching your stories. So, yeah, I knew right away that it was a good fit.
Good, man. I love hearing that. So, what was one of your breakthrough moments or your early on successes?
Yeah, I mean, that's tough to say. Like I said, I could say a little bit of everything. I went through the coursework, I took notes. And I did everything that you guys laid out step by step. And that's how I think I found my early success because, you can be like, have the attitude, I can do this on my own. You may be able to do it on your own, but it's going to take you a whole hell of a lot longer to do it on your own rather than have somebody walk you with this step by step and tell you what you need to do. You don't want to. You're going to make a mistake in any type of business model, right? Yeah, that's how you grow as a person. That's how you grow as a business. You find failure or mistakes first and grow on them into success. So, but you guys, Scott and yourself had laid out this coursework to where, like, if you do these steps, you won't make the big mistakes that are going to hurt your pocket. So, I found success earlier because I just stuck to the plan, followed the plan, and executed the plan. So,
yeah, I will always pay for speed as opposed to learning on my own.
Yeah,
I've learned that the hard way myself.
I feel like I'm a humble type of person. I mean, I can take constructive criticism. I find that as a positive. If I'm doing something wrong or if I'm out of line, put me in check. I'll correct course and I'll follow what you laid out in front of me.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're killing it, man, and yeah, it just speaks to your volumes. So, how long did it realistically take before you started kind of seeing meaningful results?
Well, with Amazon, if anybody knows about the space, you can only work as fast as Amazon works. There's a product search that goes into it. You have to ship. The product needs to be prepped. That takes a little period of time. It's got to be shipped into Amazon. They take their time checking in because they got massive amounts of product that are coming. So, you have to be patient at first. You have to be precise in your, using the correct tools and finding the correct product. It took a little while for me at first because I wanted to fill my store with enough product so I could gain some traction. And once I got to that point, like my first week of, selling, not my first week, but my first month, I may have sold a couple products.
Nice.
In July, but in my month of August, I was able to fill my store, I guess you could say, with some product and sold 229 units for the month of August.
Nice.
So it was within 2 months. I joined in June, but it takes a while to set everything up, your LLC, and go through all the steps. But my real actual product search didn't really start until mid-June. Sold my first product in July. And, you follow the steps, you guys laid out perfect coursework on how to find successful product. So if you follow those steps, I was able to fill, I think maybe I had 15, 20 products in the store, and I really gained traction on the second month in. So
yeah, you're killing it. So kind of break it down. Where is your income coming from currently?
The income coming from?
Yeah.
Well, at first, you need a little bit of capital to start. So, I use my own personal savings to have my capital up front just to get my LLC formed and to buy some product. You probably only need, maybe $1,000, $2,000 For me, I put 5,000 in because I just wanted to be able to, get enough product in the store to start selling. Then once you start selling, you just rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So
that's how you grow and scale there, man.
Right. Yeah, scale, exactly.
So what was your biggest month in sales?
Well, my biggest month was in December.
It's always a good month.
Yeah.
December.
So yeah, but the funny thing is, the month of December really ends December 20th.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because Amazon will cut you off at if you want to buy a product for Christmas, you have to buy it by the 20th. You're never going to get it shipped in time, whatever, to meet, So yeah, I was able to make just under $8,000 for the month of December this past year.
Yeah.
But this month, I'm already gonna beat the last month. So
yes, that's what I like to hear.
So I'm already scaling from here. And December was a big jump from previous month. My second biggest month was August. Like I said, I sold 229 units, and not sure exactly what my sales were for that month, but I had a decent amount of sales.
That's good.
You sell out of your product, then you got to search product, then it takes a month for you to get the product shipped back in. But once you start scaling, you're going to have constant flow of product and have constant revenue coming in. So
yeah, you're killing it. It's all about growing and scaling and having a constant source of income coming in. So I love hearing that.
Yeah.
So what's your total sales to date so far with your business?
It's over 22K.
22K, that boy. Nice. I love hearing that. And kind of what does your workload from day to day look like, to give some people an idea of who would be curious to get into the e-commerce space?
Yeah, well, I mean, if I didn't have a 9 to 5, I'll be able to spend as much time as I want on it, right? So, in the beginning, I took a staycation. I just took a week off and spent time getting my feet wet, buying product, and getting myself started. But I work a 9 to 5, and with the software packages you guys recommend, which I highly recommend. I mean, it's a must. It's like a construction worker coming to a job with a hammer and screwdriver. You're not going to go far if you're building a house. You have the right tools for the job, right? So with the software packages that we're using now, it's just you just basically you'll set up a product search and let it go for 72 hours and let it do the work for you.
Yeah.
You just have to decipher what product is sellable and where you make profit off of it. So.
Yeah. So how does your current lifestyle look as opposed to before you started your own business?
Well, my current lifestyle led me here to Cabo.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's probably going to end in a few days, and I'll be back to my 9 to 5. But the ultimate goal is to walk away from that 9 to 5 and just to have the freedom.
Yeah.
Have the freedom move to Cabo and, and work and be successful, find success off of an internet connection and a laptop.
That's all you need.
I've got the knowledge now, but I'm still growing.
Yeah. So what's been the biggest change in your life since starting a business?
Oh, it's just, it's self-gratification. You're building something, with the help of others, with the help of you, Scott, and yourself. But I never thought in a million years that I'll be in e-commerce, right? So to expand your knowledge in other areas of your life and to meet people, genuine people, and to find early success in that, I never thought, like I said, fear was always holding me back, and I never thought I would find the success that I have this soon, in the 8 months since I've been in this thing, and I'm growing from there. So it's just, it's a great feeling.
Oh,
and we're in a community with a bunch of like-minded individuals, so we're all hungry, and we all want the same thing for each other and for ourselves.
So you coming from a 9 to 5, what's it feel like to generate online income and have an additional business giving you online income that you don't have to show up and work or trade your time for dollars or work a 9 to 5?
Oh, it feels great, because you don't, I mean, it's, it feels great and it's, I'm not spending, you get more out, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. But I'm not like spending, a crazy amount of hours in this thing because I still have my gym time and I still have a 9 to 5. But you just find that balance and everything. But I found, like I said, with the class work that you and Scott had laid out, it really simplifies the whole process. Yeah. So I found early that you can pretty much almost put it on autopilot while I'm at work doing my 9 to 5, and I might spend a couple hours at night. But yeah, it's already I see freedom in the future, right? I see me, maybe walking away from that 9 to 5 and moving to a warmer climate and living like you guys do.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, just like anything in life. Like when you're going to the gym, you start working out, and you start seeing a little bit of results, and you start losing a couple pounds or developing a little bit more muscle and get more tonality. You start seeing the benefits of the work that you're putting in, and then it kind of becomes more
hungry. You get hungry.
Well, you become more hungry, but it becomes more attainable, your goal. And you start seeing like, oh, wow, I could like actually do this. I know that's how I've always grown and scaled my companies. And it's allowed me to completely change the trajectory of my life, which was going to be my next question. Do you think that starting a business perhaps maybe changed the trajectory of your life?
I see it will in the future, absolutely. Like I said, I'm only 8 months in, but I definitely, most definitely see it changing the trajectory, of my life. I mean, it has so far in a short amount of time that I've been in there, but it's just a freedom to be able to work anywhere and just to put things on autopilot and have it work for you. You know what I mean? It's it's a great feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you find a trade and you run your own business. And you got to grit it out for many years before you can hire enough people that you trust, right, to run your business for you. And it takes many years to get there. But the e-commerce space, I feel like it's different. I don't have to hire anybody, right? As long as I learn the system and I learn how to manage my time, you find early success. Yeah, so I think it's going to get me to where I want to be in life, because ultimately we all want to be happy. Right? Ultimately, we either want to be on a mountainside or in the sun on a beach and just really genuinely enjoy life. In this e-commerce space and with Amazon, how big it is, you can definitely find that lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Like any business that you create that you're passionate about, and you're going to invest time to learn the skills and the trades and marketing and branding and systems and funnels and all that stuff, you're going to be successful at. And you're going to have 10 times more fulfilling because it's yours. It's your passion. It's what you're building.
Yep.
I love hearing that. So what's next goals from here? What are you wanting to build and scale? Are you looking at new opportunities, other opportunities, building a team? Because you can grow and scale and build a team in the e-commerce space.
Building a team. I just don't want to be complacent and be stuck here. I'm just, I want to be able to bring more to the community and to provide more help to those that are coming in. I just want to, like I said, I don't want to be complacent and just stuck in this space. I see mass potential in other areas of this space. I'm along for the ride, to be honest with you. I'm just, I'm seeking new opportunities within this space and
wherever they come up.
Wherever they come up.
I love hearing that. So what would you say to somebody who's maybe on the fence if they think the business model of e-commerce is oversaturated, or maybe it doesn't work anymore, or anything of that?
Right. Well, it's not oversaturated by any means.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon itself will tell you that. I just got an email from Amazon about a month and a half ago congratulating myself and all three-party sellers on how much success we brought to Amazon. I think it's like 60% of the revenue comes from us, from the third-party sellers. So what was the second part of your question that you were asked?
I was asking, do you think it's oversaturated, or what would you say to somebody who thinks it's oversaturated, or maybe the business model doesn't work, or anything?
Oh yeah, I mean, if the one thing that's holding it back is fear, you got to take the leap of faith, because how are you ever going to be successful if you don't try?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, I kind of get this mindset from the gym mentality. It's like, I'm always looking in the mirror, competing with the guy in the mirror, not to the guy next to me benching 300 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So, you need to be confident in yourself, and you have to have that mindset to be able to want something bad enough to make it work. I was always unsure what avenue to get into or how I was going to do that. I was complacent in my 9 to 5, but saw the opportunity that Scott and yourself had put there in front of me. And if you're on the fence, you're on the fence for a reason. The reason why you're on the other side, not on the right side of the fence, is because his fear is holding you back. So you have to take the leap of faith. I mean, there's no other way. I can't cookie cut it. You know what I mean? It's just, it's either you're on this side of the fence or on that side of the fence. How long are you going to hang out there?
Absolutely. Do you think that you would have seen the success that you have currently seen without guidance or mentorship?
No, probably not. I mean, like I said, I have an information technology background, so I'm familiar with the software packages. I can't really say. I mean, maybe eventually, but not in the short time that I found it now, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, if you can you can tend to figure things out, but you're going to figure things out the hard way, and you're going to make monetary mistakes that might hurt you, that might, think that this might not be good for me because I'm, you have to have some type of mentorship to be able to get into a space like this and to follow the steps to find early success.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to take you a lot longer if you try to do it your own way.
100%. And nobody has every answer, and nobody knows how to do everything perfectly. Yeah. You take little bits from this person and mentorship and guidance from here. So I always like to ask that question because the people that are successful know that you can't do it yourself.
Right.
You can theoretically, but you're going to spend a lot more time.
Exactly.
I know I've went down that route, the trial and error route. And as I was saying, I will always pay for speed and efficiency as opposed to trial and error.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Scott and yourself had built this amazing community. And like I said, we all learn something from each other. Either it's from you guys or mentors, or it could be somebody that, something you may have not, a policy or something you may not have seen in a long time, but newcomers coming in are faced with something and can make others in the community aware of, if you face this, here's a resolution. So the community that you guys have built is it's bar none. I mean, because we all have something to offer to the community. And there's people who have personal struggles coming in, and whether it's weight struggles, but we build each other up and we put confidence in one another. And I can see, on our weekly calls that people feel like at home. And knowing that it feels comforting, knowing that, if I got a bad day, or if I'm feeling down, or if I have some life challenges, I have people around me that care and I want to build you up and have your back. And that's what you guys have built. So it's been great.
Now, I love seeing that when people get on the calls and they kind of start getting acclimated to meeting all the new people and stuff. But after a couple of weeks of seeing them on the calls and seeing their progress and their success, they kind of start opening up more, and you can kind of see like Phil messing around, having like different costumes and stuff, like all the different members in the groups. You can kind of see their personalities coming out and them getting a little bit more comfortable. So I love that aspect of the program.
Plus your little community that you've built, your share win column.
Yeah.
That's awesome, because you see others in the group that may be more advanced. I'm saying I'm more advanced, but I've been in for like 8 months now, but you have newcomers coming in, and you encourage us to share our wins. And I'm kind of humble. It's like, I don't want to look like I'm bragging, like I'm competing with anybody else, but I have to change my mindset that it's not about that. It's about the people coming in, seeing that other people in this community are finding success, and it encourages them to be more active within the community, and we just all feed off each other.
Yeah, everybody's the old saying, iron sharpens iron. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I love that. So how is working with me maybe different than just consuming free content or tutorials or random advice online?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, you guys, are either a text away, an Instagram message away, a WhatsApp message away, and you guys are pretty prompt on, because I know you have your, business calls and things that you have to do, but you guys respond in a timely manner. Yeah, I can't say enough. It's you guys are at us at our beck and call, pretty much.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. Like ultimately, your success is our success, and the whole goal is to help everyone else get out of the 9-to-5 rat race and do whatever their perfect life looks like to them. That's
the number one reason why I joined this community, because ultimately, I think everybody wants that. I mean, who wants to have to wake up to an alarm every morning? You know what I mean, and have a punch a clock.
You shouldn't have to.
Yeah, no. Everyone would love to live life on their terms and still make and find success in that. So
yeah, absolutely. So what would you say to somebody that's maybe on the fence about working with Scott and myself one-on-one?
Oh, I mean, I can use myself as an example. The early success that I found, and trust the fact that when I say that you guys are genuine about what you do and you care about the community, and it almost appears like you care more about our success than you do with your own success, and that failure is not an option. Yeah, it's kind of bled off onto me a little bit because, the positivity that you bring to the community, I'm able to share with other people, right, in the community. So, I would tell them to follow my coattails, jump out. I'll carry them for a little while. I'll carry them into the community. Yeah. So
positivity and success is always infectious.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I love hearing that.
It's like you want to surround yourself with like-minded people. If you surround yourself with Debbie Downers, it's going to bring you down, right?
Yeah. Or even just people that don't have a growth mindset, whether it be for like emotional growth, personal growth, physical growth, mental growth, whatever it may be. You're only going to hinder yourself by being surrounded by people that aren't wanting to grow and progress.
Yeah. And it's the form of isolation. So you join a community, like you said, iron sharpens iron, with like-minded individuals that feed off each other. Then you guys lead by example. Scott and yourself, you guys are the leaders. We're just along for the ride, but yeah.
No, you're too humble there, Rob. I appreciate you sitting down and chatting with us.
Absolutely.
And I love that we're here in Cabo. We'll go down to the beach, grab some food. But
anytime you want to have another little podcast, I'll be more than happy to sit with you guys, and maybe 6 months down the road, then I can share more of my success with you guys.
Absolutely there, man. Yeah, if anybody has any questions about starting an online business or wants to get into the e-commerce space, reach out, shoot me a DM. I'm always more than happy to help and answer in any way that I can.
Right.
All right, brother.
Thanks,
That's
man. I appreciate your time.
Yes.